have a small update. I've been working a little bit on one of the corners of the layout. So I kind of have it done. I still have one building to put on it, but it's the Main Street and Normal location on my layout, which is the lower cutout I have over here. And I'll move over to it. It's kind of finished. I still have to put a radio station in the corner here. You can see there's a space right there that's open, and that's the WIOK radio station from the 70s. But you can see that I made a new parking lot, or added onto the parking lot, with some of the Walters gas station pavement, and made a bigger parking lot for Steak and Shake. I put two entrances, and back in the 60s and 70s, we had a thing called the gag route, where everybody got in their cars and they cruised from this Steak and Shake to the Steak and Shake in Bloomington, right down Main Street, and do that all night. Go in, buy something, eat something, see your buddy, drive around. It was one of those things that we as young people did. It was fun. But this was the Normal location, which, by the way, this was the original Steak and Shake location, the very first one back in the 30s. That was the very first one that Gus Bell opened to start the whole chain. So this is Main Street. This is a lower level. It is lower, so you can see where I've cut it out. I'm gonna have to put some grass walls along through there. This is the lower area where it comes down through here, and that's Sugar Creek. And I used some small stretches of wood on the sides. I cut the homosote out at an angle on both sides, and then put that on there, so because it's like a concrete canal right there. So I put those in, and then I painted. I took some gray and blue. It's probably a little more blue than I should have been, but some gray and blue, and then at Hobby Lobby they have this plastic that looks like rippling water. So I painted it blue, and then I put the rippling plastic over the top of it to make it look like it's running water, and that's what my creek is. So it'll run into there, and right at that point right there, the creek goes underneath the railroad yard. So I'm gonna put a bridge front on there. I'm gonna make grass from over here, a grass wall, a hill. Over there, there'll be the open area, and then I'll have to kind of paint in there as if it's going underneath, and then all the way over here, put the grass wall hill around Steak and Shake. It was a little farther away than that, but compressed space here for space limitations. But you can see here, there's the Dairy Queen that was right across the street. That's the little Walters kit. And I went and took some wood, and I created my my underpass. I don't have the support beams in there yet. I've got them painted. They're square, but that's what it looked like. And painted on both sides of it was the 8 trains daily, Chicago to St. Louis, GM&O. That was the logo that were on both sides of the bridge, and it's on the other side too. But they had the concrete. Pretty much the old bridge, which was replaced in 1976, pretty much was a steel and concrete bridge all the way across. The retaining walls, the bridge, everything. So that's kind of why everything's gray on it, but that's kind of the way it looked. So you had the sidewalks. See, I'm putting the sidewalks in. Those are the Rick's sidewalks. They work really well. So I'm angling them through according to the highway. So I've got those coming through there. And right here, there's going to be a little in-town tower next to the radio station. And there was a corner of Virginia Avenue right here, which I won't have because it was right here, but I don't have space for it. But it was right there, and then everything was in place. Steak and Shake, the radio station, the creek, the open area, and the Dairy Queen, and then the underpass. So, and the way I put the lettering on there is I took some Avery sticky paper, like Avery makes like labels. And this is a clear label. It's kind of a frosted, but it turns clear when you put it on there. You can see the paper backings on here. Well, they come in whole sheets, so I put them through the printer, and I print them off on there, and then I peel them off, and then I put them on here. So that's basically what that is some Avery paper on there, and you really can't see it once it's on there, so it looks really good. Makes it really easy to put print and stuff like that on things. So I was very happy how that came out. Got the retaining walls all made out of thin hobby wood, and I'm pretty happy with it. So you can see that, and then there's the water tower over the top of it. And let's get a quick night look at it, like I do everything. Okay, so I don't have the street lights on the street lit up yet. I just put those in. I got to run a wire down through there, but Steak and Shake is lit up better with the new parking lot and the grass area over there with some trees. You can see over here. There's the overpass. So came out pretty good, considering. And I was pretty pleased with it. So there's the tower, normal tower. Of course, there's the dorms on the other side. And the water tower, or the radio tower I have, it's here. That's 3 sections. It was 3D printed. I fell on Colorado. You can see up close that you can see it's the regular round triangular tower with a piece of sprue from one of the building kits as the top. The wire, and wired it down through there with the guy wires and the center light. So that came out pretty good too, with the radio station. It's our local radio station. But everything came out pretty good. I'm going to continue working on things. The yard's full. Coal train's coming through. And you can see there was a small freight over there on top of it. So with the GM&O GP35 and a GP38 ICG. So I'll continue to work on this, put the radio station in, put the supports in, put the sidewalks through. And I see the gravel parking lot there for Dairy Queen. In the wintertime they sell Christmas trees there. So it's pretty familiar to us all. So thank you for all stopping by. Like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.